Hi, Karen here, and you might already know that we are huge fans of the Tuttle twins here at our house. So, of course, when the newest book came out, I had to order it right away. So, this is number 12 in the series. This is the Tuttle twins and the Leviathan crisis. Now, this book I really recommend to parents out there who want a better way to talk to their kids about these bigger concepts with the economy and government and the dangers of a growing, bloated government. And that's where the Leviathan name comes from. Now, the book kind of spins it with a game, like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game with demigods and idols like Leviathan. But also, Bible believing Christians know Leviathan is in the Bible and it's a big animal. So it's great, perfect to describe the growing government. And it's very recent. As you can see, it goes from the 1929 market crash and the New Deal, the overcorrection, right? 1942 World War II, which led to the military-industrial complex. We have, the 9/11 attacks, which then gave us universal surveillance. And it goes all the way up from the health crisis, mandating the insurance, to now the 2020 coronavirus crisis, which is giving us lockdown and new economic crisis. And it can be hard when you're talking to your kids, explaining why, stimulus money, this money that they're just sending us to us for free. To kids, I think, yay, free money. But this book really helps them understand why this is kind of like a Trojan horse. And in fact, it uses that illustration in this book. As always, the illustrations are really great. And like we talked about, it kind of goes off of a game for kids, and then it explains the parallels in real life. And, I like how it talks about how, back then, a century ago, even Hoover warned every collectivist revolution rides in on a Trojan horse of emergency. And it talks a lot about not letting any crisis go to waste. So there's a lot of that in here woven in as well. There's great discussion questions at the end. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Just like all the other Tuttle Twin books, it's really great. And like all the other books, it's based off of a real life book. This is by Robert Higgs, Crisis and Leviathan, Critical Episodes in the Growth of American Government. So you might, like we have, all the Tuttle Twin series books. You might be thinking, what's in this new book that's not covered in any of these books? And it's taking current events like the coronavirus, like lockdowns, stimulus money. So you have jumping off points to talk about that. But, this one's really focusing on a crisis, fear-mongering, and the Trojan horse, right? The thing that comes in that everybody thinks is going to save the day, but then brings some really bad unintended consequences like we talked about in previous books, but it really explains it well here in the Leviathan crisis. So I really recommend this to parents who would consider themselves, woke parents, as a great way to discuss these topics with their kids, not in a scary, also fear-mongering way, which I think can happen on the other side of things too. Just presenting the facts and how history can repeat itself if we're not learning from those mistakes. So it's just very, I like how it's just facts, things that have happened in the past and the consequences that they brought, just weaving in all that historical events, what's happening right now, the parallels, woven in a way that's really engaging for kids to listen to, whether they read it on their own or if you do it as a read aloud. Like I mentioned before, we like all the Tuttle Twin products. These are really great too. The Tuttle Twin guidebooks here, Inspiring Entrepreneurs, Logical Fallacies, Courageous Heroes, as well as the teen series, which is kind of like a choose your own adventure, but they call it choose your own consequences. And we also have the little kid board books that just came out as well. I'll link those videos, those reviews down below. And yeah, I just highly recommend the Leviathan Crisis. If you've read it already, let me know your thoughts down below. Talk to you soon. Bye.